Hello everyone, I'm Faral Imran and today I brought you some very exciting news about Google. Google is bringing Gemini access to teens using their school accounts, means teens can use their school accounts and they can access Gemini. So I'll be telling you all the features that Gemini is providing to the teens who are using the school accounts. So stay tuned until the end so that you don't miss any information regarding it. So let's get started. So there's a news going on that Google is bringing Gemini access to teens using their school accounts. So here they said, and they announced it on Monday, that they're bringing the AI technology Gemini to teen students using their school accounts after having already offered Gemini to teens using their personal accounts. Means before Gemini was offered to teens with their personal accounts, but now with their school accounts, teens can access Gemini. Now they're also giving educators the access to new tools alongside this release. Now with this release, they're giving the new features and tools to educators also. So why Google is giving this access, I'll tell you about it. Because they say and they think that it will help prepare the students with the skills that they need to thrive in the future where AI, generative AI exists. So Gen AI they say, so it's the short form for generative AI. So they think that Gemini will help students learn more confidently with real-time feedback, the company believes. So they believe that it will help the students to learn more confidently. And Google also claims that it will not use the data from chats with students. So the chats the students will be having with Gemini, they will not use that data to train and improve its AI models. Gemini will also have some guardrails to prevent the inappropriate responses such as illegal or age-gated substances, means the illegal or age-gated substances, that those responses will be prevented. So Gemini has some like limits so from appearing in responses, and it will also recommend team to use the double check feature to help them develop information literacy and critical thinking skills. So they have this double check feature, it will recommend it to help them develop the information literacy and critical thinking skills. So here this would be the window of, for example, hello Lisa, how can I help you today? And there would be some features in it that I'll be telling you later in the video. Okay, now Gemini will be available to teen students while using their Google Workspace for education accounts in English in more than 100 countries. So in more than 100 countries, it would be available to teen students which will be using their Google Workspace for the education accounts in English. And Gemini would be off by default, so you have to on it, means the admins have to turn it on. And they also, in addition, they announced they would be having the read along in classroom feature also. It would be globally. So this feature would actually help students build the reading skills. So read along means it will read along it so that the students they can help they build the reading skills and also get the real time support. And for example, even educators can assign them reading activities for students based on the grade level or phonics skills. So based on their skills and grade levels, so educators can assign reading activities. They can also see the insights for the students' reading accuracy, means or they can also see the results like the reading accuracy, the speed and comprehension. And also Google is also piloting the ability to generate personalized stories tailored to student needs. And Google is making it easier. So they're making it easier for educators to create, manage, and share interactive lessons so that the lessons would be more interactive and helpful for students. So that's why they're announcing Gemini for teens and students who are will be using their school accounts. And so that's why, and also they would be having the educators would get the ability to manually mark the assignments as missing or complete and also perform bulk scoring actions. So these features would be performed and I'll be telling you more about it. There's some more features. Okay, so here there's another blog in which they say, okay, these would be the features that it would include for students and teachers. So they would be read along in classroom, lesson and content planning, Gemini features in Google Classroom, AI powered add on for Google With. Now, read along in classroom, it would be like they would have some insights on reading accuracy, speed, and comprehension. They would be like with over 800 books, the educators can enable support in students' native language for certain books or generate personalized stories for each student. And also, Google promises teachers can assign reading activities for each student based on their grade level or phonics skills. Now, Google Classroom lesson planning. Now, this lesson and content planning for the teachers will be easier with Gemini in Google. Now, teachers can create student groups and assign content based on the group needs. So, according to the group needs, they can assign the content. And Google Wids. Now, this is something also new. They recently announced Google Wids in Workspace. Now, this is a tool to create videos for teaching and learning. For example, if the educators want the students to learn, so they can have this tool or they can use this tool for creating the video so that students can watch the video and learn from it. And also, they will have an access to exclusive version without generative AI, where Google Workspace, and also they would be having Gemini also. There's also media literacy handbook. Now this also to help the student navigate a world with AI, because the AI is coming, so that students won't feel they are back or they're not outdated. So that's why there's one more thing which is called Google's Be Internet Awesome. This is also pioneering a media literacy handbook. It's a handbook for teachers which is developed with the National Association of Media Literacy Education. Now, it's a handbook so that you can understand more stuff. And also, they said it would be safety and data protection, means the data would not be used to train AI. Especially the chats, Gemini chats with the students, would not be using. And there would be, but there would be some minimum age requirements for the Gemini app. So there would be age requirements. Okay, here is the official blog of Google in which they announced the tools for Google Workspace. So there was the Gemini, of course, as I already tell you before in the video. And here, one more thing they said that the Gemini has been tuned to identify content which would be inappropriate for teen users, and also trigger policies and guardrails to help prevent inappropriate responses. So it would have some safety features that the inappropriate responses won't be given to the students. And and one more, there would be a teen friendly onboarding experience, means there would be AI literacy video, and there would be learning coach. It's a custom version of Gemini which will help students build knowledge by providing step by step study guidance along with helpful practice activities like quizzes and games. So there would be some step by step study guidance. It will help actually the students like increase their learning activity, and so that students, they don't feel bored while learning. And there would also be OpenStax and data commons extensions that will also help students learn with information from trusted sources. So from the trusted sources they can learn the information regardless, instead of the sources which are not very much trusted. They also develop a number of resources and trainings to help students, parents, and educators use generative AI tools, including a video on how teens can responsibly use AI while learning. And also they would be engaging students in new ways and assessing their progress. So how I said that there would be Google With, which would be a video creation app for education, and it would be for educators so that they could make the video and make it in joyful for students. And there would be growing reading skills, with which is the read along feature which I already told you about. And it will also help educators support students, means to make the lesson and content planning easier, they would use Gemini in classroom features, which is powered by Learn LM. And also, to differentiate instructions, educators will soon be able to define groups of students to assign a different content based on each group needs. For example, there are many students and every student is different. They would make the groups, and according to the group needs, they would give the content. So there would be different content uh, based on this group needs. And they would also make it easier to create practice sets and video activities. So, like the quizzes or the practice sets, they would be easy. Now, here they said that educators can now create interactive video activities with new support for Arabic. So, these languages also would be supported, such as Arabic, Hebrew, Farsi, and Urdu. So, English users they can also use AI suggested questions to attach to YouTube assignments for certain science videos, and also for practice sets means to practice and make it better because practice makes a man perfect, right? So they would be addressing top requested features like able to add images to practice problems and convert a form to a practice set, including image. And there would be also more flexibility and control with grading, means how the grading was there. So now the educators will be able to choose a default draft score for missing assignment, means there would be a score for missing assignment. They would also be able to manually mark assignments as missing or complete. So there would be some Google Workspace learning tools, means there would be products that connect Google Workspace for Education with popular learning management systems in the coming weeks, in which the students and educators who use Canvas and Power School Schoology Learning will be able to access Google Meet directly from their LMS with Google Meet. Now, even educators who use Canvas have already been using assignments to better distribute, analyze, and grade student work. So, they said they are making it easier and to collaborate there would be more collaboration, and they would also save time with student information system integrations. Now this is what, now here educators will be able to set up classes including Aspen, Infinite, Campus, Skyward, and Power School SIS, in which they can import the information like student lists, co-teachers, and grading settings. So all this information they could add it here so that they could save time. And there would be also some new educational apps and classroom add-ons. There would be some classroom add-ons and educational apps in the Google for Education app hub. So there would be 17 new classroom add-ons in which they're expanding the app licensing program to include 6 new partners coming this fall and providing educators with a wider range of integrated tools to enrich and enhance the learning experience, and even expanding the Guardian access. So here, the Guardian email, it will now enable parents and guardians to preview the students' classwork pages. Means whatever their assigned work and attachments, which is provided by the teachers, now even parents can have a look at it and they can see the summaries and all that stuff. And they could easily collect the electronic signatures. Now, e-signatures will be easier for educator to draft contracts, even request signatures in docs and PDFs, because most of the documents and PDFs they require signatures. So that's why now e-signature would be easier. So these are some of the things which are adding in the Google Workspace, like some of the tools to make your learning better. And okay, now there would be some security and some learning. So they would be chat safer, means it would they would have some security so that no inappropriate responses will come to students. They would also protect data with improved control in admin console. Now, this is a multi-party approval that will require admins to require additional approval by another admin to complete a sensitive action, such as changing two-step verification settings. So even when admin he wants to change some sensitive things, so that will require an additional approval from another admin. And they would also reduce eye strain using dark theme, means the Google Classroom app now has dark theme on Android and iOS. And even it will also teach students handwriting with new regional formats. So there are some new formats to Google Fonts and Google Workspace, so that you can have, they would have like for example, typefaces designed for annotations, instructions, and student notes. So these all I is there. So that is all from my side. Thank you so much.